I'm going to start this video with something honest, something most men will take to the grave before admitting. Most men do not fear intimacy, they crave it. They don't fear women, they adore them. What they fear is the moment of transition. They fear that split second of silence when you make a move, you put your heart on the line, and the woman pulls back. She turns cold, she laughs nervously, or worse, she looks at you with pity and says something that instantly kills the vibe. That is the fear of rejection, and it is the single greatest barrier between you and the experiences you want. But what if I told you that rejection is not a necessary evil? What if I told you that the reason you are getting rejected isn't because of your looks, your money, or your status, but because you are violating the fundamental laws of female psychology? There is a way to ask a woman for intimacy without ever actually asking. A way that allows you to escalate the tension without sounding desperate, without applying pressure, and without ever facing that cold, awkward no. It is a method based not on manipulation and not on force, but on a deep, almost surgical understanding of how women emotionally decide when they are ready and who they want to be ready with. You are about to learn how to bypass the logical gatekeeper in her brain and speak directly to her emotional center. Before we get deep into this, let me hook you in with a truth almost no one knows. Women do not reject intimacy. Women love intimacy. What women reject is the negative feeling attached to a clumsy attempt at intimacy. If the emotional experience feels dangerous, awkward, or transactional, the answer is no. If it feels safe, exciting, and inevitable, the answer comes naturally. Today, I am going to give you the blueprint. We are going to deconstruct the dark psychology of the invisible ask. By the end of this video, you will never make a move again. Instead, you will create an environment where she makes the move for you. To master this, we have to tear down your current understanding of attraction. Every man who gets rejected for intimacy usually makes one of 4 fatal mistakes. He asks too directly. He asks too soon. He asks with nervous, vibrating energy. He asks without building emotional tension first. Here is the secret that changes the game. Women do not decide on intimacy logically. They decide emotionally. For men, attraction is often like a light switch. You see her, you find her attractive, the switch flips, and you are ready. It is visual, immediate, and urgent. For women, attraction is like a dimmer switch. It is layered, it builds, it accumulates through context, through emotion, through safety, and through anticipation. This is why a woman can meet a man, feel absolutely nothing, and then 3 weeks later find herself completely obsessively drawn to him. It wasn't that she was playing games before, it's that her attraction needed time to develop through emotional layering. When a man tries to rush this process, when he tries to treat her dimmer switch like a light switch, he short-circuits her desire. He creates pressure. Pressure is the enemy of intimacy. When you ask, "Do you want to come back to my place?" or "Can I kiss you?" you are forcing her to make a logical calculation. You are forcing her to analyze the risks. Do I know him well enough? What if he's weird? What will he think of me? Is this too fast? The moment she starts thinking, you have lost. You want her feeling. So the first rule of the invisible method, you never ask directly. Direct questions trigger the logical brain. Emotional suggestions trigger the subconscious desire. We are going to stop asking and start inviting. Before you can even think about escalating, you need to understand the terrain you are walking on. A woman's internal system needs 3 emotional switches to be turned on before intimacy can happen. If even one of these is off, you will hit a wall. This does not just mean she knows you aren't a criminal. It means she feels safe from judgment. She needs to know that if she lets go, if she expresses her sexuality, you aren't going to look at her differently. You aren't going to think she's easy. You aren't going to make it awkward later. Safety is created by your stability. Trust is built when your actions match your words. If you say, "I just want to hang out," but then you spend the whole night trying to grope her, you have broken trust. But if you say, "I just want to enjoy this conversation," and you actually hold that frame, she relaxes. Paradoxically, by not trying to take, she becomes more willing to give. This is the chemical magic. This is the dopamine. Anticipation is the tension between where you are and where you could be. Most men kill anticipation by giving everything away too soon. You need to learn the art of withholding. When you activate all 3, when she feels safe, she trusts your character, and she is dying to know what happens next, the ask becomes irrelevant. The door opens itself. Let's get into the actual techniques. The first tool in your arsenal is the soft withdrawal. This is one of the smoothest psychological methods ever developed. Imagine you are sitting with a woman. The chemistry is good. You are laughing. You are close. The average man, sensing this green light, will immediately lean in. He will encroach on her space. He will get greedy with the interaction. When you lean in too hard, her instinct is to lean back. It's physics. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.